Welcome to the stream. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe, bitch. And make sure you get that done. Chapter 5, last arrow. Here we go. So with that being said, now that we've taken enough time, now is the time for us to give you guys the result of what we've discussed inside of that box of Ephemeros's quote-unquote upgrades. So what are we upgrading? So here's the whiteboard. Okay, what's the upgrade? Another whiteboard time? 便利なものはどんどん使うべきでしょう。ホワイトボードは万能です。It says we should definitely use everything we can at our disposal, correct? And whiteboard is so useful. カルディアの知恵と願望機としてのアイリスフィール、その2つを合わせて考えてみたわ。This is a combination of the knowledge of Carudea and the wishing granting machine of Iris Firu. Both of those combined capabilities, this is the idea that we thought of. With that said, oh, I like how she popped open the whiteboard marker. That was very nice to detail. With that said, these are your strengthening options that we should come up with. Here you go. Okay. Output, defensive field, and auto repair. Oh yeah, the strengthening of the strengthening of the cannons. A deflector shield. And auto repair functionality. Wow, everything sounds quite very, very vibrant. What should you all recommend, I suppose? Of course, my recommendation is the firepower. Nope, auto repair is one for me. Yes, please do calm down. You must understand, dear little ones. A deflective shield is definitely the best option out of all these three, if I say so myself. Well, it's gonna be the same time. Last time as always. I'll let you decide on which one you want to do first. Of course. You can always go on a repair that you couldn't get to before we had to fight Typhon Neos. Yeah, after all, there might be some abilities. Yeah, there might be some upgrades that requires a prior upgrade in order to get it working. After all, Typhon Neos. Yeah, let's aim towards defeating Typhon Neos and upgrade accordingly. その前に少しいいか? Oh shit, are we gonna get the lore Chan time? Before we start, may I have a word? I probably know where Typhon Neos and Odysseus Alter, Odyssey, aka Odysseus Alter's location. You're able to figure out where it is? More like I probably figured out who Odysseus Alter might actually be. Wait, really? That's crazy. Isasaka, 尺の相手を同様によるものだかな. However, my answer might cause quite the annoyance once it's figured out, I suppose. Do you know my story about my war chariot? Do you know anything details about it? Are you talking about your war chariot? Practically the replica of Iskandar's Gorudias Hoiru, correct? That's right. I'm a faker. I'm a shadow. And I have been borrowing that war chariot from my king personally. And in that, and in order to obtain that, my king has obtained that war chariot specifically at the Temple of Sabagios. Ah, so we are dealing with Sabagios. I had a little bit of a hunch, but didn't really think it was Sabagios. Oh, I see. So the Sabagios no temple, huh? The Hand of Sabagios. Bum 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 bum. Interesting. Hey, it's Dionysos. Dionysus. Dionysos. Motherfucking Dionysus. Wait. Or we might, who knows? Anyway, continuing on. お前にもこの得意点に来てすぐにその話をしたな。It says, right when I got to the singularity, I specifically talked about this, didn't I? Right off the get-go. And she did talk about it while we were in the air, while we were riding on her war chariot. It's saying that after all, the conquering king himself, due to the able to solve the Gorudias, right? The Gorudias is quote-unquote Hibime Otoki, yeah. Figured out the riddle, right? Figured out the riddle / puzzle of Gorudias and was able to obtain this war chariot from the Temple of Sabagios. あの時は随分苦労した。絶対に解けない結び目なんて聞いて我が王がはちゃめちゃに興奮してな。It's a, yeah, that time gave us quite the trouble. After all, it was a riddle, a problem that could not be solved by anyone. And when hearing that, my king was quite ecstatic. He said, he himself has said, we're not conquering or moving forward until we solve this problem. So, Ptolemaios and Eumenesu was also having a hard time. So also Eumenesu has been also been name dropped here, so it could be him as well instead of Dionysus / Sabagio. Wait, yeah, that time, like at the very beginning of the story. So what we are currently dealing with is, that's right, I'm pretty sure Odysseus's altar's actual personality is the divine spirit of Sabagios. I believe he's not a popular god in the modern era, but at the current time, there's a lot of Fidugia in the specific location of Phrygia. Or how do I say that? It is a PH. Phrygia. Phrygia. How do I fucking say this name? I don't know how to say this name. Whatever this is.
Phrygia.
Phrygia. Sorry. Furry? No, it's Phrygia. Thank you, pronunciation. Yeah, it's exactly Phrygia. AKA, during Phrygia's location, he was a quote-unquote god that was spread among us. Sus. そしてこのサバージオスとある神という予想をして別の名も知られているんだ。 with this Sabagiosu, this person, it aligned with a certain god and now has a different name. It should be Dionysus. Should be Dionysus. It has a different name? Yes, ma'am. And that name is nothing more than Dionysus, the god of wine-making butthole. I think. Say it. It's Dionysus. 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 Oh, no. It's not Dionysus. It's actually Zeus Sabagios. Oh, shit. So we're actually adding Zeus in its title. Hold up. Wait a minute. Zeus Sabagios kind of goes hard, chat. Damn. Zeus Sabagios. So it's a Zeus variant. Ooh. Wait. Isn't that mean we're fighting? That's right. タイフォンと戦い、一度は敗れ、後に勝利をした大神ゼウスのことだと。I'm specifically talking about the great god, right? The great god Zeus that fought Typhon and once lost and obtained victory later. Yeah, we see Zeus as this boy. We don't see him as a red Odysseus. どうやってタイフォンを制御しているかと思っていたが、何しろサバジオス自身が天とサバジオス自身が天空と距離の神だ。Okay. It says I was wondering how he was able to I was wondering how he was able to control Typhon very meticulously. But Sabagiosu, right? Sabagiosu is a god of Calvary and the heavens, right? Tenku. So essentially, he's the god of heavens and Calvary. それらの器用に加えて、Zeus とエアした免許によるものだろう。It says on top of its functionality, right? Its authority, it probably has capability of Zeus mixed into it altogether. That is for certain. Of course, we didn't feel the immense pressure of the great god Zeus from him, though. So essentially, he could be either an offspring or a alter ego, right? He might be just a portion. He's not the great god Zeus, but he might have a functionality that technically was part of Zeus back in the day. And it's also interesting that I mean, like, if we're talking about Zeus, Sabagios, right? Sabagios is a horseman and a skyfather god of the Phygrins and the Thracian, right? It's essentially, unironically, chat, he has a prominence across the Roman Emperor. So I wouldn't be surprised if this guy also has Roman trait later down the line. Interestingly enough, he is a mix of Zeus and Dionysus. Even into Rome times, shown him as always on a horseback wielding his characteristic staff of power. Interesting. Essentially, if you don't know, Sabazios, right? Sabazios has he essentially has he's known for Thanos glove. Because he has a bronze hand, and essentially the bronze hand has like so many fucking head. He practically has Thanos gloves back in the day. It's kind of crazy. サーバントとなっている以上、あくまで分類として問題にとどまるはずだ。So it says now that he's manifested as a servant, he's only a portion of the actual real thing. So it is a Sabaji. So its real name is Faker. So it's same thing as Faker. It's Zeus Sabagios, or it's Sabagios Zeus. How did she name it? She named it. So she named it Zeus Sabagios. So it's essentially could be an alter ego, if not Sabagios acting like Zeus, which could also be a pretender as well. And then she's saying, don't worry, she's not actually Zeus due to the fact that he didn't immense the pressure of Zeus. And we know how Zeus pressures. You know what I'm saying? We felt that shit hands-on IRL during 5.2 LB. She's saying that she could be alter. It could be something else entirely. But all of Zeus is not there. Just a portion of his power is there. Even if that, even a portion, we're still dealing with a divine spirit servant type here. It's an enemy that we cannot go easy on at all.
Hey, you've got that right. Unbelievable. A divine spirit servant or whatever, it still has a capability to utilize the Typhon's draconic mechanical body to its own will.
To be perfectly honest, I can't believe, それが、育成でなくて一体何だというのかね。If you can't call it a threat, I don't know what you would call it, to be honest with you. I see. Then that would make sense that it would have very similar concept as Aegis. That he would wear a very armor called Aegis that's similar to mine. Now everything's starting to come together. オリンポス12代の神に何かの形で得るのなら、天皇をこの形で具現化するのは難しくないのだろう。If it's the top 12 of the Olympian gods, and if they have any semblance or capabilities, able to utilize the functionality of Aegis in any shape or form to manifestate it will not be difficult for those great beings. Perhaps it might be a natural creation if it's a humanoid, after all. ある種のパイレットスーツみたいなものというのか。So, that's funny. So every quote unquote Greek gods that's humanoid will have a mecha suit that's called Aegis. Hey, that's high. That's high. That's what Linus is implying, right? It says, if we put it to simpler terms, that means that everyone who has Aegis in the Greek in humanoid form will most likely be wearing it like a pilot suit. Automatically, huh? So, let us talk about the fact that you're able to find its location no problem. What do you mean by that? 近代の魔術による種類はあるが、多くの神とつながることで起動するものだ。It says a lot of the magic of the ages of the gods have many different varieties and circumstances. However, most of the magic requires connecting with many different gods in order to activate its functionality. It says, due to the fact that I am controlling the war chariot of Sabagios, right? Sabagios. I who have a ball. When it comes to the magical energy of his, I am more sensitive than any other. So does that mean you can try to pursue Sabagios' magical thread all the way back to its home location? That's right. It might take a while to form a connection that's actually be able to pursuable, but I'll be probably able to locate a specific location or area of effect if everything goes according to plan. And if that's the case, we can have the surprise attack, and we could definitely have the Shidoken, the advantage. What's the word? 今回はこっちが主導権を握れる opportunity of attack. That's what it is. Yeah. This time we'll be able to obtain the opportunity attack on our own. While you guys are upgrading Typhon, we'll work on locating Typhon Neos. Okay, guys? Good luck. All right. So we finally figured out who the actual red Odysseus is, aka the Red Odyssey. He is Sabazios. Sabazios is essentially a deity originating in Asia Minor, which he is technically a horseman and a sky father god of Phagrius and Thracians. Sabazios gained a prominence across Empire of Rome, though Greek interpreted, Phrygian Sabazios is both mixture of Zeus and Dionysus. Representing him even into Roman times, show him always on a horseback, wielding his characteristic staff of power. According to the scholar, his deity name is known variously written in a lot of the graphs, and it's oh wow, it does start with E. Holy shit, it starts with E, chat. It starts with epsilon. A lot of epsilons. Sabazius, Savadius, and epsilon. Holy, so there might be some epsilon connection here, chat. Oh no, it's not epsilon, it's sigma. Sigma. Nani? It's got that letter E. Sigma. 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 Ooh, I don't matter, got the Sigma male. All right, sorry, got distracted. Thank you guys so much for watching, greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you check out the description below and follow them all. Thank you guys, see you in the next video. Bye.